Okay, we're here. We're live. I think it had a reset or something. I don't know.
Everything good?
Everything's shiny, and we're good to go.
Everything okay with the call that you could mention?
Yeah, no, I said it's shiny. Everything's good.
Oh, okay. Let me just try to remember how to affect respawn.
Oh yeah, if we can do
like running back.
if we can do like super quick automatic respawn, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my introduction to what
Okay.
I'm gonna go over then while we're figuring this out.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a lot of notes. I actually ended up staying up an hour and a half, almost 2 hours longer, than when Karo-chan and I got off voice chat, so I could go over.
Holy crap!
I was really into this.
I really appreciate it so much.
Because I think it's fun. Okay, sorry, I was doing my sound check.
Holy crap!
Looks like it's working. Alright, so we're gonna start, basically I'm gonna go over his kit, different techniques, counters and people that work well with him, callouts that I make, and then just general junk. Which could be like some positioning tricks that I know, or whatever. So start with an introduction. Reinhardt is a main tank. There are two different kinds of tanks in Overwatch. You have a main tank and an off tank. Main tanks make space, and they also start the fight. And off tanks are used to defend the space that the main tanks take. So Reinhardt it's Ryan, Winston, Orisa, and Hammond. They're main tanks. So then that makes Diva, Zarya, Roadhog as the off tanks who defend the space. Do you have any questions about that before we go on?
I'm a soaking sponge.
Awesome. Good to know.
I could make this deathmatch, and just we have to watch out for each other if you want ultimate, if you want quickest respawn.
We can give it a try, see if it works, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Alright, so assuming we can get into game, I can tell you about Reinhardt's kit, because it's kind of easier to show you while I'm talking about them. So whenever you can, just start the game.
Mm-hmm. I just found something interesting. Here's ultimates.
Are we having issues?
No, I was just seeing if, because I found another setting that I didn't know about, so I was seeing if it would work, but it didn't.
Okay.
We're good, we're good.
I don't mean to rush you, but can we start?
What?
Can we start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
파리에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
Okay, Karo-chan, you should maybe be Reinhardt. I don't really care who Nova is.
I thought you wanted to teach counter charge.
I'll get to that, but not right this second. Alright, let's meet at the big statue with the lady. She's got like a vase or something.
It is a vase.
Mm-hmm.
公主，不许走。
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna need you to not do that.
Ow.
Heal up, yeah. Alright, so...
公主，不许走。
Stop it. You're
My
distracted.
child needs to go for a walk.
Whatever. So, we're gonna start with the rocket hammer. That's this giant thing. You have a fun knife or whatever. I don't really know what that is, but it's basically a hammer. Exactly. The rocket hammer does 75 melee damage, and Reinhardt does not have a punch action like other characters do. So if you try to melee with him, nothing happens. Or maybe he might swing his hammer, depending on your settings. I know, it is really weird Brig has a melee, but Reinhardt doesn't. Rein's hammer is, the reach is 5 meters. So, about like that. Distance. You can swing, hold still, Nova. You can swing once like that. You can swing twice like that. And you can, if you have enough room, 360 swing. And get lots of people at once.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Did I do it?
Yeah, so you can swing once. And it just
Hi.
they just go like that. You can also swing twice. So every time you swing, every time it hits, it's 75 damage.
I should have changed the healing thing. Okay.
So just kind of swing on Nova. Get a feel for like how it moves. You can also swing on me. I have more health. See?
And I'm trying to see what it looks like.
Oh, okay. I'll just keep stepping a little closer. There. So if we step up on the main wall, it's basically 3 pillars.
So it's 5 meters?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5 meters.
Hit me.
Okay, so another really cool thing about Rein's hammer is, see when you hit Nova, come out. He moves. Like it's not a whole lot of boop, but there's a little bit of boop action. Which is why and you can get environmental kills that way, if you're close enough to the edge. So,
Do you want to take it to the edge?
no,
Does it
perfect.
matter where my... I'm sorry.
What's up?
Does it matter where my crosshair is aiming?
不许走。
Or does it do more damage if I hit him in the head or just...
No, Reinhardt cannot headshot.
Surprisingly, Junkrat can get a sharpshooter play the game though.
Reinhardt is a body shot bitch. And so he's got a little bit of boop action, and also you have to be really careful when you're swinging on people like that, because they can use the momentum that you give them to escape. So if Nova's trying to like run away from me or like run somewhere safe, if I'm swinging this way, he gets more momentum going this way when he's escaping. So he didn't there because he was just bouncing back and forth. But here, give it a try. Swing on me and see where I move.
Alright.
You kind of see how I moved a little bit there?
Uh-huh.
Practice on the hog.
I'll try to show you its skill. Well,
And Nova, do you notice any momentum differences when you jump the way that the swing takes you?
mhm.
So So that's how you get environmental kills, but it can also make your team, it can also make the enemy escape faster. Depending on which way it goes. Okay, do you have any questions about the rocket hammer?
Does it propel people differently based on how big they are? Like, this Roadhog different? Is it way less than it would be like Traces or whatever?
I don't think so. I think it really just depends on the counter movement the character is making. So if you swing at me and you try to push me this way, because that's the way your hammer's swinging, swing. If I'm counter moving this way, I'm gonna move less than if I'm moving this way with you. But here's a tracer. No, you can take more than one hit.
I can take 2, and then I die.
Hammer only does 75.
Yeah.
Okay, so give it a try on tracer.
You ready? No, I didn't move at all.
Same
I
movement.
didn't try to do anything.
You want to give it a try, Karaka? Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, now we're on to the shield. That's,
Oh,
so your hammer is your primary, and shield is secondary.
時間太長啦，添飲唔足。
shield keeps going down. I was
I'm
gonna try
on-
to show you that it doesn't stick.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get to that, so just kind of wait for me to get there, please. Okay, so shield has 2,000 health. You can see it at the bottom next to your health. Shield also regens. Here, shoot at my shield. And just keep shooting at it. You can physically see, or you can see physical changes in the shield as it gets lower. It'll start showing cracks. Once it reaches a little less than half. And it doesn't start to regen until you drop it. And then there's a couple second cooldown before it starts to regen at, I think it's 200 shields per second when it's down. And if you bring it up anytime during the regen period, it will stop the regen. So if you want to completely regenerate your health and your shield, you drop it and you hide behind corners. Which is why when we're pushing through chokes, like in King's Row or Hanamura, if I'm taking a lot of damage, you'll see me say shield low and I'll drop back and hide over here. Because I have to let shield regen and there's a cooldown for that.
If you put a bullet to Jenny, is there a delay? And if so, how big is it? It's like a full second before it starts regenerating again?
So if Tracer shoots my shield and I drop it to let it kind of regen, but then I have to bring it right back up because there's a Roadhog hook coming, my shield will have stopped. It can't regen while the shield's up. So the shots that Tracer just did, now my shield's at 1712, and it's gonna stay there unless Nova breaks it, or if I put it down and let it regen. And there's like 1, 2, I think it's maybe like a 3 second, maybe 4 second cooldown before it'll start to regen. So go ahead and shoot Karo-chan's shield so she can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Okay, so you can see the cracks, and the enemies can see them too. So I can always tell when a Rein's shield's about to break. Go ahead and break shield, so she can get an idea of what that sounds like. And when shield breaks, Reinhardt says voice line. There's also a voice line when it's failing, and he'll tell you when it's going to do that. And you can hear it, you as a Reinhardt will say it, and me as an enemy Reinhardt will both say the voice lines. So if you keep an eye out for them, you can monitor your shield health and the enemy's shield health.
Okay. Can you hit it?
Okay. We're gonna get into like the sticks and stuff and some like shield hopping techniques and whatnot.
Okay.
In a different part of our little talk. So now we're gonna talk about charge. I'm gonna kill you, Nova, so you can go be somebody better. Who can take a Okay. Unless you want to die.
딱 맞췄어.
I'm dying either way. Who do you
Yeah.
want?
Somebody with more health than Tracer. Some tank. Alright, Diva will work. Okay, so charge does 300 pin damage. So Nova's at full health.
I'm at 303.
It does about 300 shield pin damage when you hit a wall. So it's like a Doom Fist punch. Because if
Pin me.
Sorry.
you should have taken like 50 boop, maybe like 50 boop damage, Croton, I think, approximately.
Yeah.
So if you get clipped by it, or if, so charge has a range of 50 meters, I think. Come here, Nova, or Kara-chan, either one.
Okay, I'm at the end of the card.
Alright, that's still not enough.
He's over here.
Yeah. So from the very end, down there, sorry, to right there, so you can get environmental kills that way if you time it just right, especially on like Lijiang Tower. I've seen Nova do one there, it was really good.
Damn.
It was fun.
You just gotta be really, really careful when you do it.
I usually just fall off with them, but it's worth it.
It can be worth it. But as Reinhardt, your life is really, really important. Not only because of the damage that you can do, but because of this barrier shield that you have, which is super duper important to team fights, which is why a lot of the times if we're down a main tank, we have to fall back, because as playing Reinhardt, like, your life is, other than the heals, you're the most important person on the team. Let's see. So charge has like a small cast time. If you like watch the animation, that's plenty of time to be stunned, mowed down by bastions, shield bashed. You can be countercharged. Also, if you notice, you can't really turn when you charge. You can kind of lean by using the regular movement. Options, but you can't make sharp turns. Which is why sometimes when I charge people, I end up going a little too far, or I take somebody on a really far trip because there's no walls, or I can't turn to the wall quick enough. Which is something. You also get stuck on stuff like that.
I was trying to see if you could control it right away.
Charge is Reinhardt's primary, like, movement ability, I guess. He's a very large man, and it's the only way he goes fast without a Lucio. So, like I was saying, charge can be countered by stuns. So, Doom Fist Punch, Brave Shield Bash, Enemy Rein. You can also be flashbanged by a McCree. You can also be hooked while you're charging by a Roadhog. Hi, Mello. Nova Mello says hi. They're in stream chat.
Oh.
Hi,
Mello.
Just general tip for charging: do not do Narnia charges. Narnia charges are when you see, like or you don't even see anybody. You just charge out here into the middle of nowhere, get one super awesome kill, and then get melted because you were a dumbass and went too far into enemy territory. They're fun, they look cool on kill feeds, and everybody thinks you're awesome, but then you die and it's not worth it. Nova.
I call them Narnia charges.
That's what I call them. I feel like I heard that from Jane or something, but they're a lot of fun. So short charges, like you know exactly where the wall is and you know exactly where the enemy's gonna end up. So charging into Mei walls, friendly or enemy, if so we have a Mei, the Mei wall's behind you, she, you know, blocks you off. Swing, swing, charge. I'm not gonna charge because you'll die. And then you're safe, the enemy's dead, perfectly fine. So like I said, charge does 300 damage, so you can kill just about anybody but a tank at full health. Of course, the Zarya bubble will protect them, assuming the cast time is properly, you know, set. Charge targets, nanoed Reinhardts. So say, you know, you have an enemy, say I'm like a nano, I got nanoed and I'm just wah, swinging. What you're gonna want to do is pin me if you can. If you don't have, you know, any other kind of stun, if you pin me, then I can't swing on your squishies and kill them with like one hit, basically. So nanoed Rhines, I also like to pin Bobs if I need to. So you'll see pin Bobs off into corners, just away from the team, and then hold shield in front of him until he goes away, because Bob can't shoot down my shield if it's at full health. Also, tip, if Orisa is using Fortify and you try to charge her, she will say nope, and it will be just like you hit a wall. Fun fact, you can charge Fortify when you get it, and then have Nova charge me into you. Or no, not Nova. Kiro-chan just charge me into Nova when he uses Fortify. Now. So, Orisa acts like a wall when she's fortified.
4 more seconds if you want to charge it.
Which is
Okay,
fun.
it's up.
You can also pin people into, like, Bongo. If she drops. So, pin me. And the Bongo still lives.
Oh, okay.
It's really low at that point. But you can pin people into Bongo, which is fun. Do you have any questions about charges?
No. Not that I can see.
Nova, do you have any questions about charges?
Yeah, what happens when I do that?
You will also, it'll act like a Lucio boop if I'm charging, and you halt me. Oh yeah, also Lucio boops, Junkrat mines, and being halted will change your trajectory, and you just kind of end up wherever you're pointing.
Or do they just completely stop?
It doesn't completely stop. Okay, so I'm gonna charge you, try to halt me, okay? Is your halt up?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do it quick enough. If you're able to get the halt off, you can kind of pull me back.
Let's go again.
Okay. See how I kind of stopped? And I think if you don't have any questions about charging, we can move on to fire strikes.
Okay. I don't. I never play Ryan, so I don't know the type of question.
No, I mean, it's totally fine. So, fire strike is your E ability. It is a projectile. It does 100 damage. And it's a very important part of Reinhardt's kit for one reason. So you should have Earth Shatter up, so kind of look away and use Earth Shatter somewhere. Just press Q. Okay, now Fire Strike me. So that should have put your ult charge, it'll typically put it at 7%. So a successful Fire Strike on like one person gives you 7% ult charge. And you can, it's a really good indicator of when a Reinhardt has Shatter, is how often he spams Fire Strike.
So if he has Shatter, he's not gonna be spamming Fire. Is that what you're saying?
Not nearly as much. I mean, I'll spam it sometimes if I want to try to trick the enemy Reinhardt into thinking that I don't have Shatter.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
So Fire Strike has like a 6-second cooldown. And typically, Reinhardt, like I said, will Fire Strike every time it's on, every time it's up, especially if he's looking to get Shatter. They aim just like any other projectile would. You just kind of line up your crosshair. And like I said, he can't headshot even to the Fire Strike. But if you get a Tracer that's kind of low health, you can one-shot a Tracer. You can one-shot a lot of squishies with Fire Strike, but it's not primarily a tool for getting kills. It's primarily a tool for building your ult. Fire Strikes, DM. Since they're a projectile, D.Va can eat them. And that's a lot of wasted ult charge. Fire Strikes will go through barriers, like a Risa barrier. It'll go through Reinhardt barriers. Don't DM that. Yeah, 2 seconds. Fire Strike keeps going until it hits something solid. And it goes through, stand behind Kirosha and Nova. Tell me if you get hit.
No.
Okay. I don't think you're close enough. Like, we'll get up on. Okay, you both got hit there. So yeah, it can hit multiple people and it won't stop until it hits something solid.
You know, it can also split itself.
What?
Like if you aim it halfway here, half of it will get caught here, but the other half will hit me. That was the whole thing.
What? I saw it in the
Like it can get cut off a little bit here, but if majority of it is above, it'll still go through.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. So, just keep in mind, it's a projectile, not a hit scan. So if Nova's flying around as D.Va, it's really hard to hit somebody with it. Even like a person who's strafing really well, it's really hard to hit. Unless you have the timing down and you know where they're going to be moving.
So is it 7 ult charge no matter how many you get?
If you hit more people, you get more ult charge. It's just like approximately 7.
Oh.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
Also, shields, assuming it's above 1,000 health, can block D.Va Bomb, and it won't break. Because D.Va Bomb does like 1,000 damage.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
I was checking chat. I have a question. Hi Mentos, yeah, we're going over Ryan for my friend Kuro-chan.
It didn't sound like you wanted D.Va Bomb.
No, I was just explaining. Gosh. Also, Earth Shatter will stop a charge because it's a...
You can also stop D.Va Bomb.
What?
Shot.
It
Shot.
won't...
Cloud has to show me.
Okay, God.
You want me to throw it?
Yeah.
이것도 너프의
Oh,
도시지.
wrong thing. Sorry. I fire struck instead of queued. I just redid my keybinds, so
You have to Q on something else?
I did for a while, and I'm fixing it. Okay, do it again when you have it.
이것도 너프의 도시지. 출격 준비.
You see?
You
When
want
you
to try
fire strike,
시작.
no, when you fire strike, that stop it too, or was
No.
that just a random stop?
That was just that was
That was as far as it went.
as far as it went. You can also charge it,
이것도 너프의 도시지.
but you're gonna die that way.
Oh, the
But it would save your
sacrifice.
team.
But it saves your team.
Or if you do it early enough, like if I leave it down, and Cloud can charge into the wall quick enough, you can put up their shield.
Because if you reach the 50
So I'm gonna
meters.
put it like right here.
No, it's fine. I think we get the idea. Okay, do you have any questions about fire strikes, and since we kind of got into charges a little bit more?
I'm sorry, I can't come up with any.
No, no worries. Alright,
이것도 너프의 도시지.
so now talking about ult. So Reinhardt's ultimate is Earth Shatter. Earth Shatter is a cone. It does a cone shape. And it's line of sight. Hang out behind the lady statue. Hang on.
Whoa, it still hit.
Because it climbs. So, Earth Shatter climbs, which is why it can climb certain distances.
Can you try that
What if
while
I'm
getting
over
it back?
here?
Long.
It can it can climb certain distances, and it can and it also has a certain height. So if you're jumping, and if you're not high enough,
But does it work like over here, like the stairs are diagonal? Dang it. Give me a second.
yep, no worries.
Like here.
Alright, hang on. I'm half the ults. Do-do-do-do.
Damn.
시스템 정상 작동 중. 게임 시작.
Wow.
There's certain things that it will stop it, like rain shield. Go ahead and try to ult me. Press Q.
1 second.
Yep, no worries. Assuming, here, try again when you get it.
冻住，不许走。
You've gotta have like a barrier between you and the Earth Shatter. I think Maywall also blocks it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not, I mean, not obviously Maywall, but May X block.
Cryo.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Three,
Yeah.
2, 1. And Kira doesn't get hit because you're behind it.
So it can't go through certain things, but it can climb other things like
You
this.
can climb my Maywall, I think.
Can it?
I think, maybe. You wanna try?
Sure.
有本事就
Yeah, no, see, that's what I was thinking, because I've had my shatter blocked by Maze before.
Oh, yeah. Why was I thinking that?
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, the reason why, so since it climbs,
这样。
like Earth Shatter climbs, if I see somebody on cart, like if I see a Reinhardt on cart, and they're just kind of holding shield on cart, everything below the payload is free game for shatter.
Really?
Say,
Like, imagine this is a shield.
yeah,
The
so,
statue's card.
yep. So you're holding shield up there, you're safe, it can't go up there,
冰强，
but
起来吧。
everything below is free game for shatter. Which is why I try not to hold shield on top of payload, unless I'm shielding a bastion.
Whoops.
Okay, just take it
So
back.
for the people who do that, that's useless, right?
Yeah, you're not
Against their shatter.
Yeah, you're not protecting anybody that's not directly behind shield on payload, standing on the payload with you.
How much more do you have on just like us three, unless you want to add bots in now? I can do the same thing again, or you want bots?
I think it's still us is good. I don't actually know that I'm gonna need bots.
Okay.
Just the three of us is
Gotcha.
working well. Let me see.
Do you want a map maybe where you can knock people off?
No, because we're not really gonna get into any more charging or anything.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter what the map is. Okay, so you know how Lucio ult, it doesn't go into effect until he touches down after he jumps up? So when he, you know, drops the beat or whatever. Reinhardt is pretty much the same way. His ult won't start until the hammer slams down. Can you be Junkrat or Lucio, Nova?
Sure thing. Which one do you want first, Lucio?
It doesn't matter. They both are gonna do the same thing. Okay, so this is gonna be an exercise in just timing. So if I were to Earth Shatter from here, don't boot me or anything yet. So just here, cast time is like that. If I jump, it's like with Lucio, it's gonna take a longer cast time because it doesn't start until it hits the ground. But also, you can shatter in really weird places. So I like technically shattered like right here, I think. But if I were jumping from up there, it wouldn't go through until you can hammer down. See?
Yeah.
Alright, now Nova, I want you to try to boot me while I'm shattering. Or right before I shatter. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna shatter in 3, 2, 1. Not quite. So if I get booped, up, yeah, try to boot me up. Okay. So if I get booped up, I'm gonna go who knows where, and who knows where Shatter's gonna come down. So 3, 2, 1.
Holy
And see, that totally messed up my Shatter because you didn't get Shattered. And this happens a lot. It can happen with Pharah, it can happen with Junkrat, it can happen with Roadhog ult. So, say, you know, you're getting whole hogged, you try to shatter, and then suddenly you're being pinned way up there by freaking whole hog, and you can't hammer down, and you can't cancel the ultimate until either the boop is done, you hammer down, or you're dead. Yeah, it's a pain. It's a real pain. So Earth Shatter does 50 flat damage, so which is why you can see Earth Shatter kills. They'll have the Earth Shatter icon in the kill feed. What are you at?
Oh wait, never mind. I didn't start the lobby. Do you want me to start the lobby?
If you want to.
It would show the kill thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead. So yeah, it does 50 flat damage, and then of course you can kill people after they've been stunned, because it's a stun for I'm not sure how many seconds. I want to say like 4 or 5. That seems like a lot though. Maybe like 2 or 3. I'm gonna beat you up a little bit. What are you at?
125. Okay, I'm at 50.
Okay. And in the kill feed, we have a dead Lucio by Earthshatter. Oh, his gun is still here. Boot me with shield up. Like, don't try to go through shield, just like boot shield. So yeah, you assuming Lucio doesn't go into your shield or behind you, you're mostly safe-ish. If he boops up, of course, because of the cone shape of the Lucio boop, it can still catch you. And if he goes behind shield, you're still in danger. Do you have any questions about Reinhardt ult? Cool. Alright, now we're gonna get into some Reinhardt techniques. The first one we're gonna talk about is shield hopping. Okay, so shield hopping looks, it looks kind of like this. The premise is to jump, and when you're in the air, you throw up your shield. It's a way, because if you have your shield up and you're walking, you take a movement penalty. You're slower than if you're just walking normally. Yeah? So shield hopping allows you the benefit of quicker movement and shield protection, while also not wasting your shield. Okay, so Nova, I'm just gonna walk towards you and I want you to shoot me in the face. Not necessarily like try to headshot me, but just shoot me. Okay? So I take a lot of damage there. Just walking like that. That's it. Shoot shield. This way I'm protected, but it takes me longer to get there.
Can we repeat all that, but can I spectate? So I can see your bars and everything?
Sure.
Hold on. There. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Yep, I'm just gonna walk towards you. And this way I'm taking shield, or a speed penalty. But if, hang on, let me grab health real quick. Okay, so if I'm shield hopping, I take much less damage. I'm not even out of my armor. I got there faster, and now I can swing on this ash.
Well, that's a cool.
So yeah, like the whole premise of the technique is when you jump and you're in the air, you shield up. So, shield hopping. It's also called shield dancing. Just depends on who you talk to. So shield hopping is really pretty helpful on just about anybody. It can be dangerous if you're up against a good Widow, because anytime you have your shield down is an opportunity for a headshot, or an opportunity for one of your squishies who are back here behind your shield to get a headshot too. And you don't, especially if they're being damage boosted, you might just want to take the speed penalty and move in like this. Does that make sense?
Yep. Should you use that just when there's no good Widow?
Uh,
Or what other types of...
if they're like a good Ashe that's pocketed, maybe not like pretty much any good hit scan. Like if you know
Storm Arrow.
a Hanzo Storm Arrow is just gonna wreck your shield anyway. But particularly good people who can one-shot headshot you. You might not do shield hop if you think it's gonna cost you the lives of your teammates. Okay. Nova, do you want to go be McCree?
훨씬 낫군.
So there's a couple of people who some trouble with. And McCree's flashbang is a big one, especially with flashbang Fan the Hammer. The actual flashbang itself is not that much of a danger because it doesn't do a whole lot of damage to a tank. The issue is with flashbang Fan the Hammer. Go ahead. That's so much damage, and even with the reduction that they're gonna do, it's still a lot. But just on its face, just kind of throw it at me. Don't try to throw it over my shield or anything. Flashbang can't go through shield. However, a good...
I mean, Fan the Hammer can take it down a shield still really close.
Yeah, it just depends. But a good McCree will either try to flashbang over the shield, so you have to tilt your shield up, or...
Why over?
This flashbang's broken.
This is just how the flashbang mechanic works. So if... Say, I know Nova's gonna try to flashbang me, so we're like 1v1ing for some reason, and I don't want him to flashbang up, so I will tilt shield up like this to protect myself. But you have to be careful, because it can still go under, and he can just walk through shield and flashbang you from behind if you need to. There's nothing stopping anybody from walking through shield, because it goes through everything. So you end up in weird dances with McCrees trying to avoid their flashbang. Brick stun can't go through shield anymore, which is super nice. Don't you dead eye me, please. Thank you.
Not ulted a single person.
I know, I'm just letting you know. Be Junkrat.
Oh. Okay.
You get to kill me with a tire. So Junkrat Tire is the bane of my existence, because theoretically it is possible to not die to a junk tire as a Reinhardt. Assuming you're good with your shield. If you can flick your shield well enough that it... Where's the statue? If you can flick your shield so that the shield protects you from the explosion of the tire, like that, you don't die. However, I've been bested by many a Junkrat who just drive right through it and explode the tire on top of my head. How like that?
Oh, I want to try that thing where you put the bomb down and you launch yourself, but you rip the tire.
Oh,
Remember that thing
okay.
we saw?
Yeah, if you want to give it a try. I kind of want to see it,
Okay.
and then we'll get back into Rhine ticks. Oh, that was cool.
I'm using that. I'm so using that in my life.
I can't help you with any kind of Junkrat text, but that's how that
We got
works.
30 seconds. Do you want me to restart the match?
Yeah, go ahead, because we're gonna get into animation cancels and
Okay.
stuff.
Kira, do you want to come back or no? You still want to spectate?
These might be easier if Kara-chan can practice them.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and Nova is going to be Doomfist because Doomfist can punch through the shield, and
Which is ridiculous
because it's technically a melee, and shield doesn't stop melees. I don't know. Blizzard's broken. Take it up with Blizzard. But you can countercharge a punching Doomfist. So if you want, you can practice countercharge. Punch me, Nova. And then we're both knocked back and stunned.
Oh, I didn't know you were ready.
Oh, I thought you were 2.
Okay, you want to do it again?
6 seconds.
Nice.
Good job.
It was.
Rude. I'm consulting my notes.
Every time I think you're just ready for it.
Nope, consulting my notes. Oh. Doomfist ult. If he's trying to ult you for whatever reason, because that's really dumb, and you end up in his like little red circle, or you're standing next to an Ana who's in his little red circle, you can block his damage by putting down your shield. See? No damage.
One thing they taught us that in the Doomfist.
Well, now
Do
you're
your shield
ahead.
up,
Huh?
Do your shield up.
Okay, so some really cool animation cancels for Rein. The first one is what I like to call shield and swing.
Shield
It's
and
really,
swing?
yes, shield and swing, or swing and shield, yes, technically, because it's really good for baiting out enemy Rein chatters. So when you do the normal swing, this is what it looks like. Just a single swing. If you swing multiple times,
Whoa, how'd you do that?
you can cancel the swinging animation by putting up your shield. And I'm pretty sure it still does damage too. Hold still, Nova.
It does?
Yep.
Yep.
It does the full 75 too.
Dang.
So this is really important. So say Kira-chan and I are like over here duking it out, you know, swinging our hammers. I'm swinging on you, and I know Kira-chan's got ultimate, right? So, but I'm playing like I don't know if he's got it. So I'm just swinging, and then right when she's gonna ult, I can just pop up my shield, and my whole team is safe, and we can kill you, and you wasted your ultimate.
Oh, that's...
So. You just gotta be careful not to do it too quick that you don't get your damage.
Oh, it doesn't happen if you do it extra quick.
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay.
Go ahead and practice on me.
Did you feel anything?
No, you're not swinging. You're not swinging.
Oh, 'cause he's making the noise, so I thought.
You've gotta swing and then bring your shield up. You can also just bait out a shatter by making it look like you're going to swing and bring up shield instead. What are you doing, Farah? Don't try to hit a Farah with Fire Strike. You're probably never gonna hit it. I do it
You've done it
anyways.
though. Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
I do it sometimes just to kind of remind her that, hey, we see you up there, and even though my hit scan can't hit you, if you get too low, I'm gonna hit you with my hammer.
I've seen you kill Ferris with the fire strike though.
Luck.
That's so cool.
So yeah, that's one of the animation cancels. Swing and shield. There's also, what's this one? Oh, if
Wow,
she's
at 1 health.
if she's ulting, definitely throw a fire strike at her, assuming you're not dying. You can also do swing and fire strike.
하늘에서 정의가 빗발친다.
Uh,
Ow.
and if everybody's focusing her, then she's definitely gonna die. While she's ulting. So this one, here, kind of watch me. I'm just gonna. You were moving too much. You might want to get health. Yeah, punch that. You can do a fire strike directly after you do your damage, your melee damage, and that's 175 health.
Did you do it?
So when you ult, here, come.
하늘에서
Oh. You want someone beefier?
It doesn't matter, just
Teach Kiro.
I'm gonna teach Kara the combo with Earth Shatter. It'll also get you a Reinhardt achievement if you don't already have it.
The what?
Oh, I love that achievement.
Okay, so just stand close together. Don't put your shield up or anything. Okay, so
원칙 나가신다.
you'll see me do this basically after every Earth Shatter that I do. You keep
원칙 나가신다.
the shift.
Kiro has ult.
That does so much damage. It also gets you an achievement if you do it in comp or quick play.
Do you have the spray?
I do. I don't know that I have it
Equipped.
equipped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I
don't.
do.
I don't have it equipped.
Is it the cute or the pixel? I can't remember.
No, I don't remember. The other one is blocking 800 damage.
That's the one I don't have because I had 7,000. Wait, no, it's 1,000.
No, it's 800. Or it's 8,000.
Yeah. I was at 7,000 something
Yeah.
one time. And I died. It's without dying.
Okay, so also just general Sombra hack, Sombra tip. Go behind me and start trying to hack me. You can stop hack with shield. But what's gonna happen is almost always the Sombra is gonna be behind you. She's gonna be behind, and you can't use your shield, you can't use your fire strikes, you can't use anything on your hack. You're just a giant paper with a hammer. So if you hear the hack noises, you're gonna want to turn and bring up your shield. Also, if you know Sombra has EMP, and she's gonna come in and do it, drop shield. Because EMP will... Okay, so after this wears off,
People what?
just wait a second for this to go away, and when Nova has EMP again, hold up shield and just watch what happens to your shield.
Okay, it's ready.
Okay, go ahead. Your shield's broken.
Awesome.
So if you know Sombra's gonna EMP, drop shield. That way it's full health when the EMP wears off, and you don't have to wait for it to regen. Make sense? Okay, go ahead and try the Earth Shatter combo. So it's Earth Shatter, Fire Strike, Charge.
원칙 나가신다.
That was
It's fine, you just have to get used to doing it. Unless you get murdered when you do it, I try to do it after every Earth Shatter. So if there's like, if you know that you're gonna get stunned and killed, obviously don't do it, but if you get a nice big slam,
no, no.
pretty easy. Okay. Okay, do you have any questions about those combos, melee, not melee, but animation cancels and the like?
No question.
Okay. So, when we do hero trainings with Nightshade, we normally talk about heroes that work well with the character and characters that counter. So for me, what I've noticed for counters, they're definitely Mei. Mei will just ruin the entire game because she just walks through your shield, sprays you, and you can't move and you can't play the game. Also, friendly Meis and enemy Meis will block your Earth Shatter and block you from kills with their Mei Wall and their Cryo Freeze. It's just how Meis work. And sometimes, and sometimes, Meis will just lift you up on their walls for no apparent reason. Because Mei players are evil.
What?
Mei players are evil. Symmetra. I very rarely will play Reinhardt into Symmetra because she just charges her beam. Hey, go be Sim. Go be Sim. Go. Also, you can break hamster bombs with your shield.
That's what I was gonna see if you wanted to do. You can also hammer them though, not waste your shield.
That's true. But if you're not... Yeah, the hamster mines, you can swing on them and it'll break them. But if you're not careful, you'll walk right into them and die. So, Sim basically just charges her beam on your shield. Zappy zappy. You're basically just an ult charge for her. And then she melts you. And it's no fun. Okay, stop zapping me. Go down 3 turrets somewhere that we can't reach them with our hammers. Okay, don't fire strike at those. You can put up shield to block turrets, but it still slows your movement. And you can't shoot them because your gun is broken. Which is why, when we're pushing through like on Volskaya, and I'm not pushing, it's probably because they have a sim and nobody's shooting the turrets for me. Because I can swing on them, I have to waste fire strike to get the ones that are higher than my hammer can reach. And that's 6 seconds, and I can be killed by one of the turrets while I'm waiting for my fire strike to recharge. So if we're pushing through like a choke, and I'm like, I can distract the turrets while somebody else goes through, but I can't go through until we break the turrets. You'll see me screaming, please shoot the turrets.
I tried shooting them.
Please. So other counters are Bastion. Bastion will make your shield useless, and then he'll just mow you down. However, you can block. You can block his ults, assuming you have full shield health. And I've actually done this. I've done that on Hanamura before. But, hang on, let me... Yeah, go ahead and shoot Garo-chan's shield so she can see how fast that goes. Yeah. So this is why I say my... Yeah, there's no time... And Fire Strike won't kill a Bastion. I want to try something. Hold still. Okay, so sometimes I've seen a bug where Bastion just gets knocked out of turret form and he doesn't actually get stunned with Earthshatter. You can charge Bastion when he's in turret mode.
He's at 3 health, it's fine.
But yeah, if you're careful, you can block Bastion ult. Let me see. Bastion's a really good pin target if you can manage it. But if you're too far, he'll melt you before you get there. So you have to work with a D.Va or a Zarya to give you bubble to give you that much extra time to get to the Bastion. Another one is Reaper. Because Reaper's just the worst character right now. He just come up behind you, shoot you in the back like 4 times, and you're dead. I'm just talking about how Reaper makes everything no fun.
Yeah.
Also, he's really hard to hit because you swing, 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 and then suddenly he's floating away. Here, shoot a Keratin. She took the health back. Yeah, so he can dodge your pins and your hammer swings. You can block his ult, assuming he doesn't cross your shield. Your job is not to kill Reaper. Like, that's at least how I play it, because I can't. I don't have a stun unless I pin him. There's no stun. I can't nade him, and I can't one-shot him. I have to swing on him and hope that he doesn't shoot me and regen his health first.
Never follow Reapers, got it.
Yeah, don't chase Reapers. They're gonna chase you. Just try to stick close to your off tank, who's hopefully a D.Va or a Zarya who can bubble you to give you that much extra time, or a D.Va to eat the ult, or to eat some of the strikes so you can get healed up and swing on the Reaper. Even a Roadhog would be good for the hook. Sombra is also a counter because she can just get behind you, hack you, and make you a giant paperweight. And we already went over the thing with the shield. Hi. I think that's the big counters. Can you think of any other big counters?
Maybe just stick with Ana if you're not playing smart.
Junkrat, maybe for sure.
Yeah, we went over that with the tire.
Yeah, with the tire.
That's it. Yeah.
Escaping tires, right?
Yeah, also, I mean, you really can't... Okay, we're gonna need you to stop doing that. Pharah is also not your job. Your job for Pharah is to hold up shield and protect people from her rockets, but her barrage will break your shield. Hanzo's storm arrows will also wreck your shield. he's like a shield buster for a reason. And drop shield and just take Storm Arrow to the face.
Whoa, okay, I missed all those shots. Rachel's good at avoiding.
Okay, stop doing dragons and just shoot Kuro-chan in the face with Storm Arrow. Drop your
In
shield.
the face.
The face face?
Yeah, drop your shield, drop your shield.
Well, he's already finished. Damn.
That was all storm arrows to the face and one headshot.
Yeah, Hanzo does a lot of damage and he will wreck you if you're not careful. If you can get him without Storm Arrow, you can kill him, no problem. So you have to keep shield up while he's using Storm Arrow, and then... Also, because you're really slow, dragons can be a problem. You really don't have a way to counter dragons unless you kill him beforehand. You could probably pin him, Earth Shatter, or whatever before his animation completes. But
Just do like a whole pack and look for it.
yeah, you... See, I wasn't fast enough there.
Necessary?
Yeah. It wasn't quite fast enough, but it's not like Diva. You can't negate his ult. Characters that work well with Reinhardt are Zarya for Bubble, Lucio for speed boost to make Reinhardt really fast. That was weird. Ana for the Nade and Nano. And honestly, Brig. Because Brig can be right up here with me while I'm swinging on these people. And swing on them too and give me health. She can also... Okay, stop doing dragons, please.
Kuro-chan's chasing them.
Yeah, I noticed. We're almost done, I promise, if you guys are getting bored.
I'm not.
I just like ulting.
Yeah, I noticed.
You almost bumped me and then hit me again.
So, Zarya is like the typical off-tank that you run with Ryan. But depending on the comp, a Roadhog or a Diva are also viable, especially Diva for high ground, because if you have a bunch of squishies that need to make use of your shield, but none of them can get high ground, having a Diva who's able to go up and bother Widows or Hanzos or whoever else is, up there that you can't reach with your hammer, having a Diva that's able to go up and do that is fine. Ryan doesn't get a whole lot out of the defense matrix, except for, her utility that she eats projectiles. But her DMing just spam damage doesn't really do a whole lot with his shield health and how quickly it regens. Okay, do you have any questions about characters that work well with Ryan, characters that are kind of counters?
Do you prefer Brig?
So it really depends. For heals, for main heal, I honestly really like an Ana.
Off heal?
For off heals, I think if it's a brawly comp, so we're all in there, shooting and getting like really close up, I'm gonna want to Brig. If we're playing a little further back and we need to like get in and out of places, definitely a Lucio. Does that make sense? I like Zens, but I end up feeling like I have to babysit Zen a lot when I'm Reinhardt, because especially if we don't have an off tank that's able to peel very well. So I'll feel like I have to stand, here and watch Zen And then Moira's fine. I just feel like Ryan gets more out of Anna's ult than he does from Coalescence. Mercy's good, but she can only heal one person at a time. And a damage boosted Ryan is fun, but I feel like it's just not in the best interest of the team. So typical callouts that I try to do as Reinhardt is monitoring shield health. I will call out if my shield gets to half. I will call out if my shield gets broken, or if I'm dropping it to let it regen. I also try to, if my healers don't call me on it first, I try to let them know that I'm purple, like if I get naded, or if I have my shield up and I'm needing to fall back to get health. So if like I'm pushing, like say, you know, choke over here, I'm pushing, I get naded, I'll be like, okay, purple, falling back, and I'll hop back like this with my shield to protect myself, and hopefully give everybody behind me a chance to disengage too.
I'm starting the game mode. Just so it doesn't kick us.
Yep. Let me see. Also for certain ults, I will say if my shield is broken or if I know it's too low, like I'm a pre-ult, if I know he can just shoot through it really quick, I'll say don't trust shield, or no shield. No shield on point or wherever we happen to be at that time. I'm trying to get better about demanding Zarya bubbles. Because I know when you go in for a pin, especially against another Rein, the Rein who has a bubble wins. And it's also a really good way to get your Zarya ult charge. Also, don't be afraid of dynamite as Reinhardt. Go ahead and throw dynamite at me. Because a lot of your health is armor, you're not in as much danger as the squishy character is to dynamite. So when people start screaming about dynamite, I don't necessarily freak out unless I'm low health, because it doesn't eat through armor as quickly. You do have to be afraid of Torb's goo, because that will kill you.
And the shield.
Yeah.
Which is weird that it can shoot past it. Like,
Torb
I
goo
don't
is
get it.
Torb goo is weird. You gonna go be Torb?
Sure.
So yeah, if there's Torb goo on the ground, you'll never see me push in, like no matter what, unless we're going to like lose the point when we need it to go into overtime, because Torb goo it does more damage to armor. So go ahead and goo all over us. So compare that to the damage you took to the dynamite. You just got wrecked by a Torbjord. You know? So we don't stand in Torb goo.
I only got one kill for that.
I noticed, it's really strange. So yeah, we don't stand in Torb goo. So you can kind of... Yeah, shield takes damage when it's in goo. But you still get blocking points for it, which is weird.
When you're playing Reinhardt in your team, when do you want to not play Reinhardt? Like, when your team has what certain characters?
Okay, hang on. You're a little low. I'm gonna turn you up so I can hear you. Can't hear you over Torbjorn's yelling. Okay, ask again.
When do you not want to use Reinhardt? Like, when your team picks what character?
Okay. So if I'm gonna need you to stop that. That was weird. And now I'm uncomfortable.
I did.
I need to hear it one more time. And then I'll start bolting. That was...
I'm gonna need you to not.
What do you want me to
Put it all over the lady.
Oh my god. Don't goo on the lady.
Go, go on her.
She's a good lady and she did not deserve that.
That's what they said about Briggs' mom, too.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What
god.
do you want me to be?
I don't know, you can be whoever you want. So, like I said, there's certain comps that I won't run Ryan in. If there's a sim, I won't run Ryan into a sim. I have to be really careful about running Ryan into a Bastion. If I'm playing with a team who I feel like isn't getting anything out of the shield, I might switch to maybe a Hammond. And if there's like too much high ground and we need to run dive or maybe bunker, I won't run Ryan. But at our elo, we could really run Ryan whenever, which is fun. Oh yeah, there's something I forgot to show you. Nova, come stick a pulse bomb on my shield. So if it gets stuck on shield, it won't kill you. It will kill anybody in front of your shield. Do it again when you get it. You can actually drop the pulse bomb. If it gets stuck and you drop your shield and then you pop it back up, it will fall off your shield. It actually fell onto the ground right by your feet. Now that's dangerous. However, if you're playing with a bunch of your teammates, so say I'm your teammate, hold up shield, and Tracer sticks it, drop it. It can a little bit, but so it can get you, like it can get your teammate if you drop it wrong. See?
Oh, I see.
Dropped it right in front of me. But if it gets stuck to your body, there's really no way to get it off, but you can drop it if it gets on your shield.
If it's on your body, can you shield away from your teammates and then
It won't go.
right?
It won't go through your. It won't go through your shield.
Do you want to
So,
try that?
yeah. See, I didn't take any damage. Let's see.
No!
Trying to think
I was
if there's
standing.
any more. I'm trying to think if there's any more type of comps that I maybe wouldn't run right into.
May Bastion.
I mean, obviously. If I'm being really hard countered as Ryan, I might switch maybe Orisa to get more space. Because Orisa has more long range. Or dive. So I can jump out with Diva. But typically, you can run Ryan into just about anything right this second. There's going to be higher level people or whatever that tell you that, oh no, you don't ever want to run Ryan after point 1 on Dorado. I'm like, okay, well that's fine. And I'm sure I'll learn why once I get a little bit higher, but like right now, that's not important to my gameplay. Okay, so just general miscellaneous positioning tips. say this is the payload. Remember the rule, we don't stand up here and shield, because everybody below you is gonna get earth shattered. Everybody behind the payload is gonna get earth shattered because you don't have your shield touching the ground. Your shield's gotta be touching the ground to protect people from earth shatter. Also, if this is payload, and we're pushing it over here to the end of the line, the best place to be where I try to stand is I try to stand in front of payload, because this is giving us all this space. So now my team has all the space behind to try to get picks, and if I let them push us here, and then suddenly this is their space. They can stand on payload, they can attack us and push us back into spawn. Make sense?
Uh-huh.
So in front of payload, don't stand on the payload for very long. If your shield is down, I don't remember who told me this, it was probably some Jane video or whatever. If your shield is down, you should be swinging. So this is why you'll see me walking on, swinging my hammer. Anytime your shield is down, your hammer should be going. Because it will get Sombras or Tracers or whoever that are like blinking past you, trying to get wherever. You might get a lucky swing and figure out that they're there. But also, Ryan really only has 2 modes. He has protection mode and he has damage mode. And if you're not holding shield, you should be trying to damage. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one more trick. If you hold shield, and then you press your primary fire, you can rotate your camera to see basically everywhere. Which is why sometimes you'll see me getting closer to choke and holding shield, so I can take a look and see where everybody is.
It's not doing it on mine.
Nova, will you go be Ryan so you can see if how I'm explaining it is working? Or if I'm just explaining it wrong?
Maybe mine's bound weird.
I think the default is if you like hold shield and then you press the button that you would do swing, you should be able to move your camera.
Hold right mouse to put up shield, hold left mouse while you're holding right mouse, and you can
Yeah, you have to hold them both at the same time.
mouse around.
Is it working for you, Nova?
Mm-hmm.
훨씬 낫군.
Sorry,
멋진 것이다.
I didn't mean to charge you.
Mm-hmm. Kira?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at my settings because I wasn't able to do it.
Are you now?
No, I haven't found one.
가뿐하구만.
Kira, go to controls.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Reinhardt.
Yes.
It says hero, movement relative to camera during barrier free look. Try to put that on.
Oh yeah.
See if that works. It was gonna remove me.
Can you invite me to custom game?
Oh, I don't like that. We're gonna put that back.
What, you took it off?
Oh no, I did toggle shield. Toggle
So
barrier.
all you have to do is click it for a second?
I don't like that. You can't do.
Can't do your tricks.
Yeah, no, that's gonna go off.
I have that set for on a scope.
Oh, okay, it's working.
훨씬 낫군.
Is it working now? Great.
멋진 것이다.
Great. So yeah, you'll see me sometimes get kind of close to kind of get a look, and then I'll just start like looking around, and people say, "Oh, don't go too far. You're alone." I'll be like, "Yeah, I know. I'm just looking." Like that's what I mean when I'm saying I'm just looking. Because, and you'll see people do it like all the time. Like in Overwatch League, they'll use. You can do the same thing I think with Brig, right?
No.
Okay.
So like around corners.
She can't do the same toggle as Reinhardt because hers would be shield back.
Yeah, I mean, but you have a similar.
I'll check if she can view corners. You can also do this with, I think, all sitting emotes. I know you can with widows. If you use your
Yeah.
sitting emote, you can beat corners.
You can use it to peek corners. You can, so say I'm pushing choke here, you know, and I need to see who's behind me. So real quick, I might just kind of switch my camera angle and see, okay, I just have, you know, Kiro-chan behind me. We're not ready to push. So then we back up.
Also, yes, Brig, when she puts her shield up, she can see around more.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You won't?
Yeah, Voss says they nerfed it. So she has more of a limited view than Ryan does.
But yeah, if you use sitting emotes, for most heroes, you can peek corners.
Let me see. I think that's everything. Do you have any? Don't hit me. Do you have any more questions before I'm gonna make you go play a game? Nova and I are gonna pocket heal you, and you're gonna go beat a Reinhardt.
I'd rather spectate you first.
Okay, we'll do that first, and then we're gonna make you go be Reinhardt.
Do you want a real game, or do you want a bots game?
Real game.
Spectate. Okay. Then I'll honor you. And that's how you like it.
Hey, look, I
I
win.
don't know how you won. It's because I had to jump off the map so many times, and makes me want to shot in the air. I want to hear it again.
When you go to the lady, oh, because you were in -1.
Yeah, I realized it after I had to switch.
Makes sense.
Okay. So Kiro-chan can just join us.
Yeah.
Watch Reinhardt be taken.
Be like, excuse me, no one ever plays Reinhardt but me. Give me the hammer man. So yeah, we'll go through a game to spectate, and then we'll pocket you while we make you play. It'll be fun.
Dude, these Overwatch League commercials are on a lot now on this channel.
What channel is it?
Fourth time seeing it. It's some Disney thing. I'm watching Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah, they played on Disney XD or something.
Mm-hmm. They actually like show the thing, which is cool. Oh, this is the last episode. Damn, Q.
So just general tips. When is it a good idea to charge somebody off the map? Typically, never, because that puts your team down.
Cold.
Your main tank. However, if it's going to be an equal trade, or you can get 2 or maybe even 3 people with the boop, go ahead. Charge them off the map. But you just have to be careful and make sure that the trade is equal or with it.
Look at this team. We're gonna do great.
Thanks, Lucio. And if you have any questions during gameplay, just let me know.
If you ever want to spectate the kitty, I'm here.
So if you could narrate your train of thoughts and why you're doing things, that would help.
Okay, I'll
I am
try.
Reinhardt. I am Hammerman. Swing demons.
So this is just kind of habit. Like I said, I always swing my hammer when my shield isn't up. Typically, I wouldn't play Rhine on this point of Anubis. I would play Orisa, even though I hate her. But since we're doing a running training, our Moira is getting way too far up.
She was just on camouflage. She's fine.
So there's a Junkrat who's going to do really terrible things to my shield. So about now, I would be calling shield low, and I'm gonna duck over here to let it regen. Might come over, fire strike the Orisa, get some ult charge.
I dropped.
I should have dropped there, but I wasn't sure that my team was going to move, and they really didn't.
No, I fell.
So I'm gonna go back and reset up.
Just let that go.
We're very proud of you. So there's a Junkrat over here. I'm not gonna go into the room with the Junkrat because that would be dumb, but I am gonna stand here in front of Choke and kind of give Hanzo and Doomfist a place to retreat to while we push them back. And there's a Mei, so she's gonna wreck all of my fun. No shields left, so I'm gonna come back up here and pressure the Ashe. If we had an off tank, I would tell the off tank to come to point. But we don't, so I'm gonna have to come mess with Brissa.
영웅이여, 일어나세요.
So there's a Mercy. Oh, okay. Now, my shield will protect me from this, but it won't protect me from the Mercy Valking to shoot me in the back or the Ashe.
Damn. I was going for my nade at you.
Now this is a little harder because, like I said, any space that I make, I have to also defend because we don't have an off tank. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna hide in here.
Widow gonna eat it?
Yep.
Widow ate it.
So now for this point, I'm just gonna hang out. Like I said, we don't have any kind of off tank, and I would probably normally still be playing Orisa. I'm not too worried about the dynamite. And my shield's half, so that would be the call out that I would make, and then I need to drop it, so I'm gonna duck over here. Maybe peek to throw a fire strike, and look, I got a kill on the Mercy, and now I have Earth Shatter. And I really didn't do a whole lot this round. I blocked some damage. I threw maybe 2 or 3 fire strikes, and I was Mr. Rectangle Man. Now during their comp, I would focus Bongo when it's down, either to swing at or to fire strike. And I'm gonna try to charge right out of that.
Shit, they're actually on fire.
I didn't have any follow-up there because I had already used my fire strike, and nobody else was on point to really get anything from it. But if we can contest, but we can't,
But this team?
so it's fine. That was a really bad example, but I hope that I was able to kind of narrate what I was doing and why.
Yep.
We can try a different map.
Yeah, do you have any
Hopefully
questions
one that-
about
What you
that
just
nuts?
saw?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have a
What you
question.
laughing about?
I totally forgot that I had made tea earlier and I didn't finish it.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Is
pop
it
it in the
cold?
microwave soon. Yeah. Let me see. How would you back off from a point? Would you hop backwards or charge back? So that really just depends. So if we're like, say we're holding on Anubis point B, like we just were. If I need to back off from the choke because I'm taking too much damage and maybe my healers are dead too. And my shields though, if I think it's safe, I will shield hop backwards. It's not nearly as fast, and it looks really dumb. But if that's the safest way to get out, I'll do it. If I'm alone and I need to get out really quick, I will try to charge out. Sometimes, if you've lost too many people, it's just easier to just die and reset with your team. But I hope that answers your question, Apple Blossom. Thank you for the question. Feel free to ask more. Also, if you go through some of my VODs, like just past games that I played and stuff, you'll see me hopping backwards in a really dumb way. Like, I watch it and it looks really dumb, especially from a third person point of view, because I'll have my shield down so I can kind of see where I'm focusing. Ooh, heck yes, this is a good map.
Isn't it game? Also, hop backward?
Yeah, I'll kind of demonstrate when we're in spawn.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if I need to, I'll hang out just in front of a spawn and do it there too. But it'll definitely be on video. I don't know if you can see it when you're spectating.
You can spectate as soon as the setup starts. Not
Okay.
the hero select, sadly.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was
I
thinking.
mean, you wouldn't see much with hero select.
Okay, so
It's like right now it should be.
say this is choke and I'm taking too much damage and I need to back up. So I'm holding here and my shield's getting low. So I will either point my shield so I can see what's going on and just kind of hop backwards. I can either shield hop backwards to get more speed if I need to, or if I'm like, I can't take any more damage or I'll die and, you know, be totally staggered, I'll just kind of hop back. And it looks really dumb. And if I need to get out fast and I know that I can and I won't die, turn around and charge. That does put you at risk of being stunned and then bursted down. Oof, that poor Lucio. And they're running a Bastion because this is just not a great teaching thing. You're welcome, Apple Blossoms. Okay, so you've got to be really careful with the Bastion and with the Lucio, because the Lucio is going to loop the crap out of me.
Ooh, nice.
So we're gonna swing on Orisa because she's slow and I jump out of the way of her gun almost all the time.
Dang, you already have your ult? Jeez.
Lots of swinging, lots of shielding, and a really lucky fire strike. So there's a jump right behind.
The Bastion over here. Just be careful, he's like right here.
Someone said Reinhardt pancake.
So this is like one of those things where I want to stay. I wonder if I can actually. I didn't really need to use ult there, but what I would do is go behind if I can while the team is kind of pushing the Bastion and shatter, and then fire strike, charge him. So this is one of those things. So you can see how the next fight. So the payloads always float, and if I'm standing up here, anybody behind me, like my poor Tracer, would die a horrible, painful death when she got earth shattered, assuming they were running an enemy Rein. So we want to be up in front of the payload. Go away, Lucio. Jeez. Not a lot of fun. But
영웅이여, 일어나세요.
you can also fire strike the tire. A fire strike will kill the tire. Who's the Smurf?
Ooh.
I don't know, but that made me laugh. Fucking hell.
And you're getting to see why I don't run
오, 그대의 여신이여.
Rein into Sim. Makes sense.
Are you still alive?
Yeah. I'm at 150 health though. So, whenever I get Nano, I'm always really, really excited to go do work. But if I'm not super careful, I will just waste everything and die horrifically. Because Nano doesn't make you invincible even though it feels like it.
Nice shatter.
Okay.
Sim, or whatever it is called.
Okay. So when we're pushing payload, assuming I stay directly in front like this, all of this space here, and if we make sure that we don't lose it on the back end, all this space is ours. They can't take it without pushing through me or behind me.
일어나세요.
Alright, good Hanzo.
끝나지 않았어요.
Ooh, go away, Sim.
I got Bastioned.
Yep, no worries.
Oh, Sim Bastion, and they're still not holding that much.
Nope.
Just saying. Interesting.
So, in real life, like in practice, I would be working more closely with Diva to make use of her defense matrix and her bomb to push in on the Bastion. Because, or even like Zarya would be really good. Like when I get booped up like that, I could call for bubble and hopefully get bubble and then not die horrifically. On this team, I would want to shield specifically anybody who ends up in a junk mine. If somebody gets stuck and they haven't like been blown up by the junk mine, or if they get stuck in the trap, you can fire strike the trap to hopefully break the mine. So when Junks respawns, so here I'm gonna call to, yeah, shoot the turrets, and Diva's maybe gonna take care of them, or my Ana, who loves me.
Oh wait.
Shield's broken. Not gonna go in that room.
그대의 여신님, 영웅님, 일어나세요.
Ooh, that was a big ult by Hanzo. Go away, Mercy. Oh! Evidently, I was just swinging into his tire. Yeah, I got booped up and ended up in a really terrible place.
Oh, Lucy, please. Oh, Tracer, please.
People who are worth being solo ulted are ulting Bastions if you can't charge them, because you can charge them. I will solo ulting Reaper, a Nanode, or even just a blading Genji. Also, Orisa's shield right there won't stop an Earth Shatter for anybody behind, so... So if Bastion had been behind, right there, Go away, Mercy.
Yeah, let's go.
So if Bastion had been set up like back here when I Earth Shattered and Ursa had been set up on cart, he definitely would have been shattered. I also try to shield Resing Mercies, ulting McCrees, ulting Soldiers. I think those are my big targets. Lucio! That's like the third time he's walked into a trap.
오, 그대의 여신님이 함께할게요.
아직 끝난 게 아니다.
At this point, I would also call to break shields to hopefully try. So I could get a good Earth Shatter on the not the Genji, the Bastion, because he's like the source of our problems.
Also, no one ever countered.
Yeah, nobody ever counters. But I probably wouldn't have continued playing Ryan into this comp. I would have switched to maybe Wonston, if only because of the sim.
Nice.
Now theoretically, if we can clean up, but we can't because the Mercy just rezzed, that would have been a great thing to push on.
Dang, nice. That's how you rhyme.
That was a little too aggro than what I would normally do. I did some charges there that I probably wouldn't, and some flanking. I really don't recommend flanking as Reinhardt. But I had a lot of heals that were focused
이것도 너프해 보시지.
basically on me, which was nice, and I got every nano. That was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. But you typically want to stay with the payload and with the bulk of your team. You can't always protect flankers if they're not your job to protect. Your job is to stay with the payload and protect the people who hang out there. Do you think you're ready to give it a try as Ryan?
Maybe. I don't think I'll do as good, but I'm up for it.
Alright, I believe in you.
Yay.
And I'll either off tank for you or heal, whatever we end up needing. Do you have any questions about Rialto? Like how it went, why I did something?
Not really. I was just taking a note of everything, but that was cool how you were able to charge over the canoes or.
Yeah, those are fun. I didn't know I could do that for a long time. I was worried that I would like fall through somewhere, but I saw somebody do it, and
You mean big fucking mech Ryan? Just slip through the cracks?
Look, I wasn't sure the distance between them, and I was worried, but it's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, I got shatter really quickly that game, which was nice. If you're doing a lot of damage as Ryan, you're gonna get shattered very, very quickly.
So that's what builds is the fastest with damaging?
Fire strikes. Really good fire strikes are really what gets it. If you want, after we get stream done, I'm gonna go back through and watch that game and see what got my ult the fastest. What built it up so quickly, because we got it so fast, that game.
Yep.
So I think there was, I don't remember if you were there with us, when we were playing, it was a Hanamura. I came in with Earth Shatter. Earth Shattered got basically the whole team, did the Fire Strike, charge combo, did a little bit more swinging, and then I got Shatter right back. It was probably the fastest it was probably the fastest Shatter I've ever gotten.
I remember that one.
You remember? So you can get it really quick. So things that you should not do just because I did it, it's a bad idea. Don't necessarily do flank Reinhardt. Flank Heart and sneaky shatters are lots of fun and very cheeky, but if they don't work out, you're gonna get killed and staggered from your team.
Got it.
Oh, ults that combo well with Shatter are basically anything that works well with Grav, because or Blizzard, because they do the same thing. Go ahead and pick Ryan. We're gonna do defense. He works. I think attack is like a little bit better for him, but we'll make it work.
Oh no, I thought you said you'd off tank for me.
It's fine.
You have Hammond.
Hammond's technically a main tank, so we're running double main tank here, which is fun.
You know people don't play Hammond like a main tank.
Do you think you and Moira have the healing? Never mind. I'm just gonna stay on it because I'm just gonna give you nano.
전사들이 편히 잠들기.
적의 공격까지 30초.
더 밖에 나가면 조심해. 내가 무사히 집으로
Hanzo wasn't
돌려보내.
stingy, we could have forced goats.
Hamster goats. Okay, so for positioning here, you're gonna want to stand about right there.
방벽 활성화.
Okay, if they start getting really aggressive, then you can back up to about here, so you can keep an eye on the little rim and also still the choke.
굳건히 맞서게. 놈들을 막아야 하네.
넌 내가 지켜.
Ooh, Bastion.
Okay, so you're gonna want to be careful.
I'm gonna drop it.
Just make sure to call when you're dropping shield, so we know to move.
Ooh, that's amazing.
I slept the May.
That's good.
That's fine. Bastion's tough.
Starting with free. They literally are really
Man.
one of the best people. How many of those countable? Do you see that?
어차피 은퇴는 적성에 안 맞아.
I don't know how well this will go if they're gonna keep running that call.
늑대가 먹잇감을 덮친다. 타오른다.
Big dragons.
멈춰라.
Okay, so remember, with nano rhymes, you're gonna want to pin him if you can.
Alright.
Okay, you're purple.
가벼운 부상이면 넌 무사할 거야.
Hey.
넌 강해졌다.
죽지 않아요.
No. My ult.
Yeah, you lose ult really quick as Ryan. Okay, you're walled off, but I can still maybe keep an eye on you. Good block.
Nice charge.
뭐지? 치료.
So when you're purple, you're definitely gonna want to keep your shield up. But you're being pocketed and he's not. So you can be a little bit more dangerous, assuming you're not in the line of sight of the Bastion.
Nice charge.
Good job.
Nice kill. You too, Connor. There's someone behind, I think. Yeah, there's a Mei behind.
冻住，出血走，缺的就是。
Try to look out with the gun. You are down both heroes, Kiro.
아직 그만둘 생각 없거든.
So, be careful. If possible, you might want to fall back a little bit.
Yeah, I could.
All the way
to
back?
fall back.
Not all the way. Shield up, shield up.
Here.
There's a Bastion shield down. I don't know where to go. Oh, I don't have shield.
Wait for shield to regen. I've almost got nano for you.
Nice block.
Good block.
영웅 죽지 않아요.
Let's go.
Stars.
Let's go. Kiro,
나
give us a
불부터
Oh hey, cool. I got an honor.
Kiro, press
Whoa.
or something. Capture that. Oh wait, I think it's F1 or F11 or something. Damn it. F9. It's F9. It's too late. I set mine to 1.
Okay, you're up top. So you gotta be careful when you get pushed up from your team like that.
Also, did you get the cute spur or the pixel?
I didn't get anything.
No, I did. You got me the enabler achievement.
That's like killing 4 people as the thing, or
Whoa, they all left? Or who left? What the hell?
Well, you killed everybody, so they got really angry.
一个字的不是情。
and then you just force back, and then you have to get.
Okay, you're being frozen.
Hanzo, stop being purple.
괜찮아.
冻住，出血走。
Don't forget, you can technically charge out of Blizzard if you start quickly enough.
Who's going around? Is that Rothon?
I thought someone was doing it, but now I don't see that.
Oh, I did get an achievement just now.
영웅 죽지 않아요.
Okay, you're purple. Shield up.
I'm low-key jealous because I want a better season and I tried really hard for you. But I'm proud of you for knowing that.
Oh, she ate it.
The shield down?
Give me a second.
There's a Reinhardt up, not a Reinhardt, there's a Roadhog above us.
I'm sick. Ooh,
Okay, I
man.
got,
There's
booped
a
off.
behind you.
Damn, I got frozen.
Jeez, they all came around.
해변에서 노닥거리는
That's
것보다
because Karachan's doing such a good job of holding that spot.
They did a really good job of coming around, though. I wasn't ready for that.
Wait, there's a Mei behind you?
넌
There was
강해졌다.
like no one
돌격해.
coming.
What? It didn't hit me. Oh.
No!
I don't like this Mei.
60초.
Keeps freezing.
전투가 끝나면 그때 쉬겠어.
Ooh, big nade.
넌 내가 지키는
Somebody's sleeping.
Oh yeah, wait, I'm still alive.
가벼운 보상이다. 넌 무사할 거야.
영웅
Oh, oh.
죽지
That was
않아요.
that was dangerous, but good job. Okay, I'm being murdered, so you're down a heals.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
Oh,
그럴 때가 아니에요.
Sure.
Oh, well,
well, I mean, I died.
I did too. Glad it's up to you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, so here, we can just wait for them to come through. Somebody's sleeping. I think it's the McCree.
넌 강해졌다. 돌격해.
나 절제다.
We're running triple tank. Oh, we were running triple tank.
动住，不许走。
Okay, there's a blizzard behind you.
Petty bitch.
어디 이걸 뚫을 생각이?
Can't stand her.
Haha.
I don't care if we lose.
잘 시간이야.
Hit that shot, the hero.
얘는 나한테 맡겨.
There's a diva behind. Now she's napping.
Behind. Our diva's being petty, going to kill. Oh no.
Okay, Roadhog burns through your shield really quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
영웅 죽지
Thank you for
않아요.
blocking.
Sorry.
No, you blocked me.
I was in a bad place. That was me. I was trying to sleep him. Now I got slept.
I'm keeping her running.
Good job, man.
You did really well.
You did really, really well.
No, I did say
Yay.
nice block because I went to Valk and I went into the air and you got booped in the air. Okay, Karajan, look what it says on how to clip this. Clip it.
What?
That
죽지 않아요.
you need
I don't know how to say it.
I clipped it.
keep it.
I clipped it. I'm gonna put it as proof of my teaching powers.
Yup.
Look, great rhyme.
Whoa, 22.
Wow. I may or may not have I trained her typed in about to press send. Oh wow, Rope, thank you.
Alright, let's try again. Go ahead and lock Ryan. No training for you.
신념을 위한 싸움을 멈추지 마.
Okay, so attacking is harder, especially with the choke that's gonna be up there, because you get to decide when we push through. If you don't push through, really no one will, which sucks. So you get to make the
How do you-
determination.
How do you decide when to push?
It depends on the enemy comp, your shield health, your comp, and just knowing when. Okay.
Nice.
덕포탑을 파괴.
Alright. So we know they have a Hanzo and they have
Oh,
a
they're
Thor.
going hard. No shield.
They also have a sim. They're really doing this right now. They're really out here. They also have May.
너의 뒤엔 내가 있다.
Kill the first. May's down. You're welcome.
Charge him.
Remember. Can you take care of junk?
이제 괜찮을 거야.
You mean kill him as he died? Yeah, I tried. And then,
Okay.
Hero.
Charging
There's
fun.
a turret on the.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No
Oh
worries.
my god, it's the fucking Mercy. Of course.
Now we know where
That's why I
the
have to
turrets
charge
are set up.
우리
They're running
팀은
at 40
아직
kills, which
내가
is annoying.
와가 테큐 쿠라이.
Gosh, that's targeted at spawn. Fuck.
I thought it was out of the dragons.
Dude, I had 9 health getting out of that.
영웅이 죽지 않아요.
Okay, if you can. I'm reloading.
I hate this game.
고통을 통해 배우는 거라.
If you want to, we can push with.
당신의 마음을
No, right?
듣겠습니다. 크게 뜨고 잘 보라.
I just
So-
want to kill that Mercy.
This would be. You would push through,
난 내가 지킨다.
or you'd push close. Block turrets. We'd try to get out as fast as we could, and then I would nano you.
영웅이요. 일어나세요.
Okay.
Okay?
Is ready?
Yep. We can't. There's too much.
Have bungalows.
Oh
Back
no.
out.
와가 테큐 쿠라이.
Yeah, we're gonna let them burn ults. Yeah, we're just gonna let them burn
그만둘
ults.
생각 없어.
Fucking dying.
So that was Torb ult, Bongo,
Mercy.
Hanzo.
May use.
이게 도움이 될
Alright, and we have a pick.
Oh, cool. So it's time to go.
We're down a
Oh, no shield.
heals.
No shield.
가벼운 부상이다.
Our soldier keeps standing in front of the damage like he thinks that he's just gonna be okay.
뒤는 나한테 맡겨.
I just charged through.
영웅이 죽지
You're
않아요.
gonna lose. Okay, what we could try to do is push over there through that room
Uh huh.
and then push out that way. Assuming we
ready?
don't. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nobody's like.
May's behind you.
치료제 투여했다.
I'm reloading. Oh, that goo.
Hey, Cloud.
What's up?
Did you hit me with a heal?
와가 테큐 쿠라이.
Or just thanks? There's me, you there. There's a May right here. She's the one that keeps coming at me too. Kind of everyone.
Okay, I'm just gonna nano you.
영웅이요.
Okay,
일어나세요.
I got pulled there into the turret. Now I'm gonna push.
넌 강해졌다. 돌격해.
不许走。
It's not your fault, Kira. This team. Both of them.
설치 완료.
Rip.
우리 팀엔 아직 내가 필요해.
영웅이 죽지 않아요.
Unfortunately, that was just basically everything we had talked about being a Rhine counter. Because they had
The
Sin.
Hanzo, the tour of the main.
Mm-hmm. Which is unfortunate. Do you have any questions? Like, really the only thing you can do in a comp like that is push through or swap. Because there's just too much damage for your shield. You're being hard countered, really, by the Sim and the Mei, who make it where you can't have any fun at all. And pushing a choke like that is tough. Because
Yep.
when you're pushing Infinite, who was...
Who was what?
I think the Hanzo's in my chat.
The Hanzo have the X name? Or Infinite X?
Yeah, because there's Infinite X Gamers X in my chat.
So edgy.
It's fun. Sup, dude.
Yes, that was the Hanzo.
Yeah, so really all you can do at that point is push through or swap. Because we can't go through unless you're going through. And you don't want to go through because your shield is melting and you feel like you're just gonna die. And you probably are. Like, it's rough.
Even if I was playing anything else, I really don't know how to push through there.
Yeah, I probably would have swapped dive. That way I could Winston jump past them. He was, in fact, the Hanzo. Hi, Hanzo. Welcome to the
Hi,
stream.
Hanzo.
I would have maybe swapped dive so I could jump past, land on some squishies and just kind of, or maybe even hamster, just to land on the squishies, kind of scatter people away and let people push through the choke. But it's tough, and there's still absolutely no guarantee because I'm not like a super great main tank that we would have gotten through. But really, we're running everything that you don't want to see against a Rhine. Also, we're... Haha. I saved your play of the game.
Yay!
I'm gonna put it on my YouTube and then post it everywhere. Be like, look, I did this, but it wasn't me.
That pushing is good.
죽지 않아요.
Yes. That was so great. You did so good.
Oh, thank you. It's because of you, really. I would not have been able to do that by myself ever. I'm serious.
Okay, apparently Cloud was your only pocket.
No, you too.
No,
Both of
only
you
her,
guys.
no.
You know I meant instruction-wise.
Literally, the entire clip shows me on your shoulder. Coming in with you, but okay.
Do you want to go again? Or...
I want to go get food. I'm hungry.
Okay.
so I will leave you two to it and come
Alright.
back if you want.
Alright, sounds good.
I'll be back. Bye.
Alright. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Alright, so what do you want to do, Kiro-chan? We can go again. I can play off tank to your main tank.
Yeah.
And we can work on coordinating like that together.
Yes, that would be fun.
And there's some maps that I just don't play Reinhardt on. I'm sure you've noticed. I like to play Monkey on like Nubani and certain parts of the Nepal map, like Sanctum. I like to play Orisa here, but I'm going to recommend that you play Ryan for our training. So since this is Sanctum, this is the one with a pit. If somebody's close enough, you can try to get environmental kills with your hammer. Remember?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Apple Blossoms. Yes, it was a good match. Kyo-chan's doing great. So, all my bubbles are basically reserved for you. Anytime you want one, shout, and I will try to give them to you as often as I think you need them. But if there's a bubble and you think you need it, and I haven't given it to you, holler.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
When you're working with the Zarya, when I bubble you, you can go ahead and drop shield unless you're like super low, and swing to get me some ult charge. That's part of working with Zarya.
Should I be this far up?
Uh-huh. Yep, we want to own this space. So I got pin.
Girl, damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. So you're going to play careful, watch for the Lucio. Okay, we do have an Ana, which is nice. Good.
Whoa!
Good
I
pick.
killed the right.
Good pick.
Somebody's to the little tunnel thing. It's in my tree.
Now remember, your shield doesn't block fire strikes. Yep, and they don't block his.
Oh damn! That was my bad.
Sorry, Bubbles can block shatter. Technically. Or it can keep you from being shattered. The same as a shield. Alright, so you gotta watch out for junk tires.
Whoa.
They're tough. Don't forget you can fire strike them.
Okay.
It takes some aim. Like any other kind of projectile. Alright, I push in with you. Okay, there's a Genji behind you. I don't have it.
That's okay.
Okay, so don't be afraid when you're low to drop your shield and hammer on some people, especially if they're just gonna go through your shield anyway. So, like, the Genji who was behind you? Oof.
No,
Sorry, I was trying to give you a bubble.
sorry, I was actually trying to fire strike the thing.
No, that's good. For practice, it takes a lot to fire strike the targets. I still can't do it reliably.
참 친절하기도 하지.
Okay, I've got bubble for you if you want to charge or drop shields. Oh, somebody else got it because they walked right in front of me.
Oh,
영웅이여, 일어나세요.
so what am I doing wrong that you can pinpoint right away?
You've really just got to find the balance of when to hammer and when to shield. And that just takes time to figure out what damage you can take. Reinhardt can take a lot of damage before he starts to fall into a danger zone. Because they fixed it, so now you don't do the whole, death breath until you hit 200 health. Which is a pretty good indicator that you need to fall back a little bit. Now, you have a ton of health and a ton of shields, which makes you really durable. And remember, anytime you don't have your shield down, or your shield up, you need to be swinging your hammer. Because not only is that a deterrent for anybody pushing in on you, it's just good practice to be in the habit of making sure you're using your utility. And fire strikes are slow moving, so if you can get out of the way of them, you should always do so because you're denying the enemy Reinhardt charge. I don't have bubble for you. Also, not sure how much healing our healers are getting done, which is fun.
지는 건 질색인데.
Should we go around and set up the stairs, or still try for up the stairs?
You're the main tank, so you get to make these kind of decisions. If you can't push main, you can always try the flame.
Alright, I guess we're going this direction then.
Especially since the bulk of the team appears to be over this way. Okay, so we have a pick, so we're gonna want to push on the point. We're gonna focus the Zarya if we can. There you go. That's bubble for you. Okay, so Mercy got the res. And you got tired. Okay.
I thought I could fire strike the
No worries, that happens. Don't forget, even if you kill a Junkrat, their tire can still go for a little bit.
Right.
And always, if possible, you're going to want to fight within Moira's coalescence, because not only does that damage your enemies, it also helps keep you up at the same time. Yeah, make sure to shield the passive. Good job.
Yeah, I've seen you do that, so I just copied that.
Yeah, because if you're low enough health, walking into his passive will kill you and it'll be embarrassing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, if you don't countercharge at the right time,
Dang it, that was a Narnia, right?
Yeah. And then I kind of fat fingered my grab. Okay, you're low health, so you're going to keep your shield up and back up
Backing out.
until you can get some heals. Okay, that was mostly a good block. Some of us were just in a bad position, but like that's not a you thing. That was just a positional problem on my part. Make sure to keep an eye on kill feeds too, because it's really easy to tunnel vision as Ryan and forget who's alive. So I do this a lot, unfortunately.
Whoa, that tire.
That was a big tire.
Look at that Doomsday going through that.
So we gotta watch him for...
내 의지에 굴복하라.
But Sanctum's not a really great Z9. It was a Z9. Sanctum's not really a good Ryan map like I was saying, but that one and this one are much better Ryan maps. And you're doing better on this map, which makes sense, so it's great. Do you have any questions about that round?
How far should I hold the shield and how far back should I fall back?
Okay, so really just keeping an eye on how far your team is extending. You're a healer, so you know what it looks like when I'm overextending, right? Like you can just...
Yeah.
So if you're going past a place where you might tell me to back up, just kind of keep an eye on it so you know. Okay, so now you get to practice your counter charges with this Doom Fist. I don't have bubble for you, so play careful, you're really low. Yeah.
Overextended.
And you've got to play with your heals, especially in a brawly comp like this, because you're going to be using a lot of... You're going to be using a lot of hammer and less shield.
There's a giant right on top.
Remember, shield blocks his ult, so if you see him come down, you're okay. He didn't come down on us.
Damn, that was great.
Okay, so I'm a little low, so I've got to fall back. I popped bubble too quick.
Безтруда не вытащишь, и рыбку из пруда. 내 의지에 굴복하라.
Good block. Okay, so it's just a Lucio on point. There we go. totally kill him. Now Zarya?
공급기가 준비됐어요. 가봅시다.
There's a Doomfist Junkrat Diva behind. I'm gonna get this Mercy. Oh, never mind, she's got a Diva. Okay, so they're not running a shield tank, so anytime you can get a couple of them grouped together would be a good time to use your shatter. But don't forget, if you have charge, you're gonna want to do the Fire Strike charge combo.
Right. Crap.
Yep, no worries. You're doing great. Oof, that was such a big tire.
And playing Ryan is really busy and way more stressful than I thought. I don't know how you do it and still do callouts.
It's really stressful. No lie. Let me see, good Rhine drills that you can do is have somebody be Junkrat and then practice, or McCree, and practice flicking your shield to block flashbang and tire. Or also fire striking the tire. Oh, somebody else took Ryan.
Look, it's that dude, Nacho dude.
Oh.
I think we played against him.
Take
I
it,
think
take
he
it,
did.
take it.
Oh,
He got off it, take it. Yeah. Is it legal to eat human children? It's not like they feel pain. Pog. Oh, wow. Stream, don't eat human children. It's illegal.
or any human. Make enough.
This is true. You shouldn't eat anyone. Cannibalism is wrong and illegal. Okay, so you're gonna have to play careful here because we have two off healers.
우린 강합니다.
So this means you're not gonna get the same type of healing that you would otherwise. Realistically, what that means is you're gonna die more than you would like. That's just all there is.
You know this all too well, huh?
And there's just, unless one of them switches to a main heals, you're just gonna die a lot. So am I. But slightly less than you maybe, because I have regenerative health.
Привет.
Okay. So this is another really hard choke. We just gotta be careful. And there's a diva up there.
The Hammond.
Uh-huh.
Run it, Reaper. No.
That's fine. We're just gonna get some picks, hopefully, and be ready for when you come back. And the Lucio's already on point. You can also block damage from the hamster's slam with your shield the same way that you would block. There are no heals. Heals are alive.
Okay.
Unless you stand really close to Lucio. Maybe there will be heals. They're also running a sim, which sucks. Good job.
I think that not even.
Okay, so they have a Torb now. Now remember, his goo will kill you very quickly. Oh, we got a good pick on the Mercy. Okay, so remember. Okay, watch out! Don't back into the mines.
중력 자탄 준비 완료.
Go through here.
Okay, watch out! There's a diva.
쌩쌩해졌습니다.
What the fuck, Torb? Swing on that. Fire strike it. What? Looks like you got turreted.
아직 싸울 수 있다.
영웅이여, 일어나세요.
저기 봐. 녀석들이 널 맞아. 신나게 치료해볼까? 무기가 준비됐다. 보이지 않는
전방에 정포탑.
도적을 찾아.
이것도 너의 도시지.
거점을 점령하고 있으니 이리 오세요.
we want to push. Shield up. Yeah, you gotta be careful when there's an ulting McCree.
That threw me off his voice line, honest.
연습이 완벽을 만들죠.
Okay, so we're down a heal. Now we're down 2 heals. There's a Reaper behind you. Our Lucio's backcapping. Yeah.
영웅이여, 일어나세요.
Oh well.
슈즈니어 이스타.
Because there really is no shield.
신념을 위한 싸움.
Unfortunately, our Briggs swapped. So it was just our Lucio who was backcapping all the time.
Damn it. Oh my god.
내가 지킨다.
파도가 친다.
저 포탑 조심해. 거점.
노병은 쉽게 죽지 않아.
저기 적 포탑이야.
Nacho dude. Good pick on that turret.
접근 금지. 접근 금지.
영웅이여, 일어나세요.
Okay, so ult, you want to hold your shield up for? Definitely. Diva Bomb. High noon. Reaper ult, Bastion ult. Like anytime you hear the voice lines, shield automatically up. Because even if it'll take McCree that much longer to kill you, because he has to charge it more, your team is much squishier and will take damage. A lot of damage, if not outright death. If you don't have your shield up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, Apple Blossom. Sometimes the team comp's just not there what you need to support Ryan, especially when we have people swapping on and off heals and on and off tank, like I had to. Which is why it's nice to queue with people you know you can trust, especially if you're going to be playing main tank. Because you have a lot of health, but you can also die really, really quickly. Because you'll be focused down by a bunch of DPS who at least probably have a healer. And sometimes you don't always, which sucks. I don't know, you played Ryan a bit. Any questions? Totally okay if you don't.
Okay, what's your real secret? How do you actually do it?
It's the pink skin. It's the
I knew
spark.
it.
It's the spark skin. It gives me strength.
It's also the gold hammer, right?
Oh, it's definitely the golden hammer. Like, no lie, the golden hammer automatically makes you GM. Automatically makes you GM. Since we're talking about Ryan, I'm gonna play some of my Ryan highlights while we queue.
Ooh, Rhine highlights. Where do you store those? Damn, the game's so good.
I play them all the time, anytime there's downtime. Okay, so this is another, I would play Orisa maybe first point, and then if I move forward, Ryan. But go ahead and insta-lock Ryan. This is going to be fun. I'm going to heal you. So you're not going to have an off tank, which means that we're just going to have to depend on Doomfist and Junkrat to help defend the space that you take.
Should I set up on top?
It depends on where your DPS go. Because if your DPS, you don't really have people that are playing behind shield, except for maybe Widow at the very beginning. And Junkrat if you want. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be fun. So when you set up top, that means it's our high ground, and you give the DPS a place to hide while they take shots. Unfortunately, you as Reinhardt don't have a lot of long range. Your Fire Strike is going to be your is your only way to get any kind of damage.
Let's see, Junkrat's on the bottom.
Yeah, Junkrat's gonna do flanky things, but we've got Widow, Doomfist, and Soldier up here. So you're gonna want to be where the bulk of your people are. There's a hamster behind you. He's kind of swinging around. I wonder if I can see him. He's nated if you want to swing on him. Now if you drop down, make sure to call your drops. Okay, I got antied and I'm being frozen because they have a May. And now we're running a Bastion. And what's going to happen is the Bastion's going to want you to stand directly in front of him. But you do not have to. I hate standing directly in front of Bastion. It's so boring. Okay, see, their Ryan just tried to charge our Bastion, and he got melted for it. Okay, so they're running another Ryan, so make sure you don't stand on top of payload. Because it's very likely that he'll have Shadow soon for being so aggressive. And I have Nano for you. Okay, I got separated from you, so be careful. You're doing great.
Yay, thank you.
Just don't die before I get back. Keep your shield up.
Oh, Bastion's gonna die though.
That's fine. That was his fault for going too far forward with your only healer dead. Oh cool, the nade got you.
그 정도로 날 쫓아낼
This is
수
a tough one because we're solo tanking and solo healing.
And now they got a Reaper. And
다시 교전에 돌입해.
Okay, so you went too far out of my range. If you can get out, I would definitely recommend so. Like even just backing up a little bit more. There you go.
yeah, there's a May right there. I was trying to pin her.
Makes sense. Okay, I got Nano again for you. Okay, you're purple and I'm dead, so play careful. Like, you're doing great. Look at all those kills. Also, the nano timing is really important because the second I found the second Rein to get nanoed normally wins because your nano lasts longer.
뒤는 나한테 맡겨.
There's a hamster up above in the spaceship. He's gonna probably pop down on us.
접근 금지. 접근 금지.
Okay, don't forget, you can swing into the mines with your hammer and it'll break them, and you can just walk through with your shield.
No, Anna. I don't want to get stuck. Anna May. Oh.
Damn it. That'd be a good combo. Right out of nowhere, and then the die.
I was trying to countercharge him, but see, I missed.
Death Blossom. It's called a Death Blossom. Junk and I both got really dangerous spawns, so I'm trying to escape.
다시 교전에 돌입해.
Okay, so play corners. You don't have to use your whole shield to block if you will use a corner, and you're gonna want to stay close anyway. There's a hamster behind us, but the Reaper and the Reinhardt are the most
Oh,
dangerous.
there's a May to the right.
冻住，不许走！
넌 강해졌다. 돌격해.
And then you're purple. And another big part of Reinhardt is determining what the most dangerous thing is and keeping your shield focused on that.
아직 그만둘 생각 없거든.
So you have to make determinations on what's worth gilding. So if there's a hamster in the back line, and then a Nano Reaper or a Nano Rein in front of you, you have to make the determination which one's more dangerous for your team. Typically, the Hammond in the backline would be taken care of by the off-tank, the Diva, Zarya, and the Roadhog. So you can keep an eye on the Reaper, Rein, and whoever else is in front. That wasn't very healing. Any questions about that map, that match, anything?
Other than positioning, I guess not really.
Positioning is tough. I'm still not great at it. I can link you some videos that I watch on Rhine positioning. That might help. typically you're just going to want to be in front of whatever it is you're protecting. So if we're trying to stop the payload, we're going to want high ground for as long as possible. Sorry, my ear itched. We're going to want high ground for as long as possible. You want to keep yourself and your shields in front of your squishies in between the danger. Don't stand on top of payload, because you will get killed, or you'll get your team killed. And stand in front of payload, because that means the space is yours. That's just the general positioning tips that I have. Also, don't forget to make use of your fire strikes, because that's your biggest source of ult charge. Okay, Nubani's hard because there's a lot
Maybe you
of
go right.
ground. No, it's just hard because there's a lot of high ground. So I'm gonna go Diva, go Rhyme,
Okay.
and assuming we have a heals, we'll be okay. Or we'll just all die. Okay, if they're gonna be solo heal warriors, okay. And during this match, see if you can tell the difference between when it's playing Zarya for you to when you have a D.Va off tank. Because you've seen no off tank and you've seen Zarya. Maybe next time we'll try Roadhog so you can see how they all play together.
Yes.
시스템 정상. 디바 출격 준비 완료.
I don't know, is this helpful at all? Like, do you think you're getting stuff out of this?
Of course. I mean,
Okay.
before this, I would have never, number one, played Ryan. Number two, know what to do. Like, I'm pretty sure I would have just held shield up for everything.
Okay, so when you're coming out here, there's people right here. You're going to want to come out with shield up. Yep. Alright, they've pushed back so you can drop shield. Don't forget shield hopping is a thing.
Ryan.
Good job. The Mercy got the res, but that's okay. We're gonna want to focus Bastion.
Oh, damn it. Oh. For some reason, I was thinking that the Bastion was still gonna be running away.
Moira, heal me. Get this ult charge. You're getting a lot of practice against Bastions.
Yeah. Or he's probably set up now.
Okay,
Yep.
I've got DM, so if you want, you can fire strike.
Charge? Oh.
Ooh, good pick on the Mercy. This is just more of a Ryan's counter game because they also have a Sombra and a Hanzo and a Bastion and a Mei.
Thank you.
It's fine. You're really learning how to play Reinhardt. Okay, there's a Bastion behind us. He's not technically a threat because he's not contesting payload.
Oh, he's walking away.
시스템 정상 작동 중.
So remember, you've got to do threat assessments. Okay, so you don't worry about pushing payload. You're supposed to make good space.
내가 피해를 복구시켜주지. 내 의지에 불러. 가득한 손.
Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, don't push too far up.
안녕.
영웅이여, 일어나세요.
Also, payload heals if you need it. You can back up and get topped off if Moira's busy.
작품 시퀀스 준비 완료.
Wow.
These people are really good.
Merci.
안녕.
She's dead. So they have an Orisa now, and a monkey. I mean, you're going to be swinging if you got hacked.
이것도 너프에 보시지.
GG easy.
Well, damn.
최고의 플레이.
유진노 킹오크.
두명 동시, 세명 동시 처치.
Wow. That Genji.
Yup.
Yeah, I got objective time because I was just sitting on the payload emoting. Okay, so you didn't get a whole lot of Diva there, but how different did it feel than working with Zarya?
Like I got to keep my shield at max health for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
음반으로 떠납니다. 수비를 준비하십시오.
Okay, I'm gonna do Diva again. Since this is Nubani, go ahead and take Ryan.
I think definitely like it was easier to move around.
Okay. Alright, Moira Mercy, that's fine. Moira's AoE, and the Mercy might end up pocketing the Widow, but hopefully she'll res you once or twice if she needs to.
게임을 하면 이겨야지.
But to be fair, when you played Zarya, we didn't have a good team.
This is true. Those were hard. But each off tank does a different thing for Ryan. Obviously, Zarya is pretty reliant on Ryan to get most of her ult charge. So she has like a vested interest in keeping Reinhardt alive. For Diva, I just get to kind of zip around and do whatever, and soak up damage for you using my defense matrix, which will save your shield sometimes.
공격이 시작됩니다. A 거점을 수비하십시오.
Good ways to get some early ult charge is on certain maps, like Hollywood, is to fire strike the spawn door. So you're gonna want to watch Tracer because she will get behind you.
뜯어보시지. 김성태는 돼야지.
Yeah, she'll just get behind you and shoot you in the back. which is really annoying, but if it happens too much and you don't punish her, you'll die eventually.
죽지 않아요. 이것도 너프에 보시지. 부스터 발동. 부스터 이렇게 팀워크지.
Simmons. Also, very often, divas will just push up and shoot you like through your shield. Like I just did that to an enemy Ryan. I just kind of boosted into him and shot through his shield. I'm not saying it's like a good practice or like one that you should do very often, but it's one that divas do.
Like, should I be falling back all the way back here?
So you've got 3 people up here, and we really want to play around corners. Sim is rough. But if you're worried that you're taking too much damage, you want to play around corners, so you can duck to let it recharge, or if it accidentally breaks, you have a place to go where you're safe.
이것이 궁극의 현실이에요.
이것도 너프에 보시지. 출격 준비.
Good shatter. So there's an Ash. Nope. Did not notice the giant Reinhardt in my video.
아직 죽기 힘들다고.
목적지에 도착합니다.
상황의 비슷한
Okay, so in this kind of situation, you're going to want to play close to your break, so you can get all of her healing. So watch out, the sim is behind you.
Damn.
아직 죽기 힘들다고. 뭐든 해봐.
내게서 숨지 마.
이것이 궁극의 현실이야.
총알 하나 줬어.
Oh, good block.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
Push over the tire.
وريهم قوتك.
메카 파동. 다시 한번 싸워볼까?
Ah, I got booped up in the air by a Junkrat and then slept and then zapped. It was very not fun.
다시 한판 해보자고.
이것이 궁극의 현실이야.
Come on, baby Diva Blaster. Oh, there's a Junkrat somewhere.
이것이 파괴의 힘이다.
시스템 정상.
Okay, be careful, you're half.
다시 한번 싸워볼까? 시스템 좀 이어볼까?
You got basically everybody but the Reinhardt there.
총알 하나도 놓치지 않아.
وريهم قوتك.
이것도 너프의 도시지. 힘을 제거. 해보라. 방어구 받으세요.
One more minute, huh?
Yeah, we're holding pretty well.
아무도 내게서 숨지 마.
전방 보호막.
이것이 궁극의 현실이야.
Good job, Brig.
시스템 정상 작동 중.
Oh, they have a Pharah.
여기까지다.
Good instinct to charge the Rhine right there. I was just gonna tell you to do that.
And he had a gold hammer and we stopped him.
Yes.
وريهم قوتك.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
운명 동시 처치.
I'm gonna do one more match with Roadhog, so you can kind of see what it's like to work with Roadhog. And then I'm gonna go get something to eat, I think.
Okay.
도라도로 떠난다.
Yes, attack.
준비하십시오.
Go ahead and mark Reinhardt.
영웅을 선택하십시오.
Go ahead and get Rein. Okay, I like Rein on Dorado. Attack, definitely. I think Winston's probably technically better on second point for high ground purposes, but
But
just Rein's fun. Do like the whole map because you can be really brawly here.
공격 시작까지 30초.
I love Pink Reaper.
언제까지 계속 서 있기만 할 텐데 영광이 우리를 기다린다네.
공격을 시작합니다.
So yeah, watch the Mei.
shield down. He's on high ground. Oh, nice.
Ash. She's dead now.
말끔히 치료해드릴게요.
Shield down.
Frozen. Rip.
아군이 경유지에 도달했습니다.
Alright, nice. We got the point.
제가 보살펴드리죠. 우리 다시 싸워.
Okay, so remember, we want to be in front of the pillar.
Oh, there's a widow all the way to the back. All the way to the top. Oh, right.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
Bad luck.
잘 풀리.
Where's the widow? Where was she hanging out?
All the way to the top on the right.
Okay, I couldn't see.
You know the little corridor we can sneak? Well, on top of that.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for her there.
Oh, now she's on top of the bridge.
Whoa, I hooked her. Sorry, I should have hooked him sooner. It was a me fault. Me fault. Me fault.
너도가 돌아왔다.
뭐든 해봐.
Good block.
Shield him.
Okay, they have a Sombra. Yeah, the best way to play with a Reaper like that is to definitely keep your shield up and back away a little bit so everybody can shoot the Reapers while yeah, hopefully not getting murdered. But unfortunately it doesn't always work, right?
내 의지를 받아.
Okay, that's a good pick. They can probably push up a little bit because I think everybody's here. Moira and I are on the Widow, so don't worry about her. Keep going. Okay, the Reaper's behind you. So keep an eye out for him.
Damn, I ran out of shield.
Yeah, shield goes faster than you think it will. I keep hooking the Sombra, but I can't one-shot her. My Roadhog combos are not fast enough.
적을 포착했다.
Oh, you're blocked. Combat's behind. She ran away.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
Good block.
내 의지에 굴복하라.
are on fire.
Yay!
궁극기를 충전하고 있어. 파괴의 힘이다. 남은 시간 60초.
冻住，不许走！
Rip.
남은 시간 30초.
암살해 봤는데 시간이 얼마 없어요.
Okay, I think we have one more fight. Good pick. That was a bad trade.
이것도 너프의 도시지.
Is that your son?
Did you get soloed?
Huh?
I said, did you get soloed? Is that what that was? Soloed.
No, I was asking if that was your stomach because it went. Whoa.
Oh, no. That's some sort of car. There's,
Oh.
I think my downstairs neighbor is doing some sort of renovation. And then there was just a car outside.
So remember you said you were hungry, so I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn, Cloud.
No, not that. Not that hungry.
최고의 플레이.
冻住，不许走！
4명 동시 처치.
The objective time.
I was on the payload, like you said.
Good. So proud. Did you notice any differences working with the Rotom than with Diva or Zarya?
More picks faster?
Because Roadhog hits to pull people in and then you just murder them.
Yup. I noticed that.
Yeah. I think we did that with the Brig a couple times and like the Reaper or something. It was fun. Okay, do you have any more questions before we officially end our Reinhardt training session?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay, cool. Well, you totally know where to find me if you have any more.
Thank you very much, Cloud.
Yeah, no problem.
You're very thorough. Really helped.
It was a lot of fun to plan. Everything's gonna be up on Twitch for a while, and then I'm also gonna have it up on YouTube. And then I'm gonna post your big slam all over the place because it was great.
Yep, you coached that.
I also nanoed that. It was fun.
Yup.
So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get off the stream. For anybody who's still watching, you can follow me here on Twitch. I don't think we got any new follows this time. Maybe next time. I have a Twitter. You can follow me at Cloud Prime. There's also YouTube. There's links to both down below. You can feel free to hop into my Discord. Yeah, I think that's everything for my obligatory sign off. Bye, stream.